All right, the next objective on here is modify elements using move, copy, rotate, trim, and extend tools. Okay, so quite a few there. This shouldn't take long, however. So let's talk about the move tool. If I want to move something, there's different ways I can do that. The move tool itself is going to be back here on the modify tab. Anytime you're going to modify something, it's going to be on the modify tab. And then this is the move tool. So I click on that tool and then click on whatever it is I want to move. And let's say I'm going to have to hit enter to accept that item that I picked, kind of like AutoCAD. And then find a good point, whichever point you want to choose to move it by. Maybe I want to put it in this corner, so I'll choose that corner point of the desk. That's a desk, actually, that you're moving. I've placed it. Okay, but of course, especially with objects like desks and things like that, furniture, you can just click on them and then move them. You don't have to go up and use the actual move tool. It'll kind of automatically go to the move tool when you get ready to do that. So then there's copy. Copy's very simple. I've got the desk selected right now. Let's go ahead and unselect it. So I want to copy. I'm going to choose the copy tool, which is right there. And then I'm going to choose the desk, and then I'm going to click enter to accept that choice. And of course, you see this dotted line that appears all the way around it. That kind of indicates that you're actually in some sort of operation with that particular item. And again, pick it from whatever area would be the best for wherever you're going to move it to or copy it to, and then just move your copy and it'll actually line up for you as well. You see the little guidelines and stuff popping up there, and then place your copy. Okay. So that's copy, and that can be done with absolutely anything on the drawing. And there's rotate. So let's say maybe we don't want these two desks, they're both going to be facing the same direction right now. Maybe we want them to face one another. So let's say I'm going to turn this one all the way around 180 degrees. Click on it, or I don't have to do it that way. This is the normal way to do it. There's other ways you can do things, but I'm going to try to show you the most normal way to do it. But I'm going to click on the rotate tool, click on the item I want to rotate, and click enter to accept that choice. All right, and now you see there's a line that kind of pops up and follows my cursor around, and that's kind of sort of like a protractor or something that you would use to help align that. So once I get it, I'm going to get it like kind of at a 90-degree angle of the desk itself, and then I'm going to click. And now as I move it, it's going to actually move an outline, just the dashed outline of the desk. That way I can see how it lines up. And I'm going to pull it around. I'm going to turn it all the way around to where it faces the other desk. And then, of course, those desks are now facing each other, which you really can't see that a whole lot. Let's try this. Let's click on the move tool and then click on the other desk and then enter. And you see we have that same line, that same alignment tool. And then let's just move it 90 degrees that way. So now we have two desks, one that kind of oppose each other perpendicularly, I guess that would be a good way to put that. All right, so that is rotate. Now there is trim and extend. And trim and extend are pretty much the same tool. It's these tools right here: trim, extend corner, trim, extend a single element, trim, extend multiple elements. So, either way you want to do it, even if it's multiple elements, you can still use the single element tool. You just have to do it twice. With the multiple elements, I'm going to click on the multiple elements, and I'm going to extend these two oddly placed walls that are just, in here, anywhere, doesn't matter. And I'm going to hold down, I'm going to put my cursor kind of up here. I'm going to hold down on my mouse button. I thought it was anyway. I'm going to click my left mouse button. I thought it was going to let me draw a window, but I guess not. Okay, so let's do this. Let's click on this wall, and then let's click on that wall. And what it did is I clicked on this wall first, and then it made this wall the same length as that wall, but that's not exactly what I was wanting to do. So let's try to do this. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to hold down the control button, and it'll let me pick it then. There we go. So what I actually did there, what I ended up doing, let me go back. Okay, so I'm in the multiple item extend. I pick the wall that I want to extend to right here, right there at that face. And then I just simply come over to each one of these walls, and you see how it gives the dashed line. Extend and extend. Works the same way with the single element. It'll just allow you to extend a single element versus going and clicking around on different elements and getting all of those elements to extend to the same wall. Corner is one of my favorite ones right here. I use this a lot, but the corner tool basically is just like it says, I'm going to click on the corner tool, and then I'm going to click the two lines that I want to join to make a corner, which would be this line and this line, and you just made a corner. Very, very simple. And two, let's see, if I wanted to do something like in the trim and extend mode, I'm going to use the single trim and extend. And I'm going to drop this wall back. Okay, so I'm in the trim and extend tool. I'm going to select this surface back here and then select that wall, and it did not work. Okay, so I guess that doesn't work the way I thought it would. But anyway, if you needed to, back a wall off of another wall, it's really as simple as clicking it and then moving it back like so. So you really don't even have to use a trim tool or anything to get to that. So anyway, that's how the trim extend. So what do we have? Trim, extend, rotate, copy, and move tools. That's how those work. Okay, so that's it. That's it for trim and extend and all that good stuff. So if you have any questions, again, leave a comment in the comment section below. Or if you're one of my students, email it to me. Okay.